play with the Milk and Cookie Show. The Milk and Cookie Show.
Thanks, Coffee and Yuki. So here we are, on a grid dedicated to kid avatars.
Hold it.
What's that?
Are you really going to give us one of your boring Ray speeches again now? I mean, look around you. You call this a grid? This is just a bunch of empty sims. And I saw your sim, Ray. You rest about 100 prims, untextured. And now you're calling yourself a genius or something?
I was rather going to talk about the importance of this step into the metaverse.
Metaschmers. When I came here today, my shoes were attached to my face again, and then I got stuck in the ground. I mean, look around. Half of these people are not even kid avatars, but clouds or roofs.
But I can see Coffee Kid pretty well.
Ah yes, Coffee. So you talked your little radio friend into playing the show here on this buggy mess of a reverse-engineered world, locking yourself away from Second Life. Great strategy. You know what? Why don't you do this show on a standalone sim, just for yourself?
Actually, making radio involves many hours of working alone anyway, as does this grid. But once everything is stable here, we can connect all the worlds to something called hypergrid and...
Oh right, the hypergrid. You see, what you will have then is the same shit you're having on Second Life now. Adults who think being a kid is inappropriate. Different laws in different countries all over the world. Journalists looking for another sensationalist story. Cops trying to lure you into situations. Do you think this will change anything? You're pathetic.
Not fair. The internet will grow into a network of connected virtual worlds anyway. So why not learn how to build our own spaces now, using open source software, doing it together with all the great people we know from Second Life anyway?
Right. And what kind of space will that be? Let's say 200 kid avatars on a grid of 200 sims. Building a community has nothing to do with raising a bunch of prims on as many servers as possible. You could have started here with one sim, make it as beautiful as possible, create a world that is visually consistent, and then hang out here and talk to people, play with them. One sim with 20 people on it all day, that's fun. But hey, everyone wants to have their own sim, right?
Yeah, I mean, everyone wants to have their own sim because it's great to try the estate tools, terraforming and building, to experiment a bit more than you do on Second Life. And hey, yesterday I asked Sasha to rename my sim, and he didn't even want $50 for it. Isn't that great? You're right, of course. User-generated content is always chaotic and sometimes blown out of proportion. Just look at Facebook. Users programmed more than 40,000 Facebook applications already. Does anyone use them? I don't think so. But it's all about the process of generating new ways to create things and communities.
Generating new ways to create things. You sound like M. Linden already.
Are you trying to talk us out of making a kid avatar grid? Maybe you're a Linden.
Am not.
R2.
Am not.
R2.
Am not.
R2.
Come on and play with the Milk and Cookie Show. Come on and play with the Milk and Cookie Show. Come on and play with the Milk and Cookie Show.